Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, feel so much welcomed. And if you have not yet supported this channel by subscribing, kindly just subscribe and also share this video because it will be of benefit to someone out there. So today's video, I want us to talk about the education policy and why do you need an education policy. Maybe I can start by explaining what is an education, an insurance policy that you set aside fund that will cater for your kids' education, education expenses in the future. You have a child at grade 1, you cannot take an education policy to cater for grade 1. You have to wait. Maybe you can take now for junior high school or the university level. So that is the meaning of an education policy, where you set aside funds and you set aside funds in an insurance policy. This is a policy where it's like an endowment policy. I said an endowment policy, it pays the maturity when the parent is alive, and even when the parent dies, they are also paid. It has two kinds of payments. So that is the main. I'm trying to elaborate what is an education policy, and I believe you have understood. And if you have not understood, kindly you can ask me, you can text me or DM me so that I can elaborate more. So we as parents, we desire to give our children the best education, and so you need to take a plan for your kids' education. You need to set aside some funds that will cater for your kids' future education. And our world is so competitive, and this one will help. It will help your child to be competitive in the ever-changing world. So we can agree as parents, it's very easy to differentiate a child who has been educated and a child who is not educated. Their reasoning is so different. And even the IQ of a child who is educated, it's very different from a child who has not been educated. And even the way they solve their problems, and even the way they handle their emotions, it's very much different. Education, education is the key. It's the key. And it's the best. You can give your child a gift. You can give your child, something good. But let me tell you one thing. Education, it's the best key that you can ever give to your child. It's, it's something that, will make your child, the way he or she interact with the people to be different. So, and also, giving your child this education, it's very expensive. When you are taking your child, you want to take your child to a private school, or you want to take your child to a public school, when you want to give a quality education to your child, it's very much expensive. And since it's very expensive, it's very critical for you to have a plan. Have a plan, even if they are young, even if your child is 1 month, even if your child is still an unborn child, take that education policy for them. They are going to, it's something that is going to help them in the future. And you are going even to brighten their future, because this is a world future. So there are so many ways that you can use to save for your kids' education. Ways are so many. We have Harambes, but I wouldn't advocate for Harambes. Nowadays, this one is an outdated way of saving. We have something that is called, you can take a loan. You can take a loan, and this one is not even effective. It's not an effective way to plan for your kids' education. So when you are looking for an education policy, you can look for an education policy that has these structures. That one, one that has consistent disciplining saving. This one is the one that adjusts with the life stages. Also, we have the one that is able to take care of, an unforeseen eventuality. It's very, very critical for you to have to look at those three things when you are looking for a good education policy. It's always wise, if you have not taken an education policy and you are a parent and you have a small child, please consider taking an education policy, because this is a way that you are creating your child's future. This one is like a mirror. You want to see your child succeed. So please, if you have not taken an education policy, you can consider contacting me. You can consider DMing me. You can, I promise to work with you. So thank you so much for listening to me, and may God bless you. So let's meet in our next video. So